Batman is playing Galaga.
Welcome to Retro Gamer with Tall Paul.
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
Today we're going to take another shot at Galaga's daddy Galaxian. Time to put a quarter in and let's go. I decided to turn the sound down on this game just because the sound can be pretty annoying. Since the last video, I've actually played this game quite a few times, trying to get the pattern down of how the ships come down and attack you. Pretty frustrating. So I've asked the question to the audience, what should I talk about? And the response? Overwhelming silence. No one has any ideas or wants to hear anything. Well, I guess it's a dealer's choice. I'm going to talk about my little brother, Randy. How many of you out there have little brothers? My little brother wasn't really a little brother. He was only 1 year younger than me. So it kind of felt like having a brother the same age. We grew up on 25 acres of cow pasture land, with cow pasture bordering all sides of our property. Not many country neighbors. So there was not much to do during the summer days or during school days or during any day when you're home except play the game of beat on your brother. It didn't matter what we were doing. We were always competing. It could be a card game, which we rarely played, but it could be a game of ping pong or a game of basketball out in the front yard. Whatever it was, every game usually ended in a fight. Because after someone loses, pain has to be inflicted. So one day when we were walking home from the bus stop, our bus stop was about a half a mile from our house, and it included walking up a hill. We decided to take a shortcut and climb up the side of the hill. I believe we were about 12 and 11 at this time, me and my brother. So my brother went up the hill first and I followed him. And through no fault of his own, his foot slipped and he kicked a large rock. It just slipped out of the hill and rolled down. I looked up and it tagged me right in the face. Now this rock hitting me in the face caused my lower lip to split wide open. So there I was, cut in the lip, and it began bleeding pretty good. I remember holding my hand under my face and my hands filling up with blood. A little bit scary. So then we still had a half a mile to walk to get home. So the last little bit of the walk, I hustled ahead of my brother and got in the house first. My mom took one look at me and said, "What happened?" And all I said was, "Randy kicked a rock into my face." There's that magic sound. I just earned an extra life. The last video I thought that you got an extra life every 7,000, but you only get one at 7,000 and that's it. So only one extra life per game. Kind of like Miss Pac-Man. Well, my brother didn't even have a chance to defend himself. He immediately got hauled to the back room. And I remember sitting there at the dinner table listening to him get whooped by my mother and my father. Just no mercy. "You hit him in the face with a rock," I remember hearing and him going, "Oh, no, oh." The sad thing about it is I felt kind of happy about it. Like, yeah, he probably deserved that somehow. That's not the end of the story, though. So a short time later, my brother and I are outside playing probably a tenth of a mile from the house, just down the hill from my parents' house. My brother did something typical, like punched me and then ran off. So as he ran off, running towards my parents' house, I was so frustrated, like he got me last. I remember reaching down and picking up a rock. This wasn't like any normal rock. It was like oval and rounded, and it felt really good in my hand, almost like a rock you were going to skip, but it just nestled into my hand so well. And as he's running, I just threw it with everything I had in his direction. He had gotten quite a bit of a lead, so there's no way I was going to hit him. But as I threw that rock, I watched it sail like it was on a tractor beam or something, and it rose above his head, and he's running, and the rock is following him like a laser, hovering over his head, running, and as it dropped, boom! Hit him right on top of the head, dropping him to the ground instantly. Now I've got two emotions running through me at this point. Shock, and then excitement that I threw such a good rock. I mean, this was a once-in-a-lifetime throw, and it deserved to be celebrated. Then I remembered, he accidentally kicked a rock into my face not long ago, and he got spanked within an inch of his life. But what am I going to do? I've got to get ahead of this. So I ran past Randy laying there on the ground crying, and I ran all the way home before he could get there. Got to the front door, opened it, and said, "Mom, I hit Randy in the head with a rock." And I couldn't think of anything else, so I said, "But it's okay, because he forgave me." And here comes my brother walking up the road, holding his head, it's bleeding. And my mom says, "Did you forgive your brother for hitting you in the head with the rock?" And I think the rock had knocked him kind of stupid, because he said, "Yeah." And he was celebrated that night. And I completely escaped potentially the biggest beating of my life. So there you go, a high score. Let's check the leaderboard. I was at 404, and now I'm at 300, right under Pierre On. All right, Pierre On, I'm coming for you. Thanks for watching. Click the links for other videos, and subscribe if you'd like to.